9th District prior to Steve Neal sort of had no voice. The community, residents had a lot of concerns with the neighborhood and the growth and improvement. Steve Neal brought more growth, more community involvement, and room for opportunity for a lot of the residents to be able to voice their concerns.
Before I was introduced to Councilman Neal and his team, I did not know that there was any involvement of the council member and the community. I would definitely say that Councilman Neal and his team have made neighborhood communities very important.
I absolutely love my community and my neighborhood, but it's really nice to see the community invest in itself. We feel a lot less forgotten than we have in years past. It's been kind of a rejuvenating thing for the community. Huh, yeah, we like the park, yes.
When Councilmember Neal took office, he told me two things. One, that he wanted to hire a team of young, dynamic individuals who knew North Long Beach and were preferably residents of North Long Beach. And he also said that he wanted to run a community empowerment model.
In those early months, everything was fresh, it was new, we were being very creative, and that was one thing that we wanted to keep sustainable.
So Steve and myself sat down for about 3 hours and mapped out the Building a Better 9th District community plan. And that community plan essentially broke our administration of 4 years into 4 different phases, all based on the community empowerment model.
Prior to Councilmember Neal being elected, you didn't know anything that was going on. We either had to go down to the council member's office downtown, or we had to call someone. But even then, we didn't have the numbers to call.
When we came in, we knew the challenges in North Long Beach. We knew that there were failing infrastructure issues, a number of long-standing issues that have plagued the community for a long time, like liquor stores and foreclosures and prostitution and crime and gang violence. And we knew that all of those issues, the common denominator in the solution is an informed and engaged citizenry.
My impression was that he wanted to get the whole part of North Long Beach, not just the 9th District, involved, and he challenged each of us and let the city know that there was a North Long Beach and 9th District.
Steve Neal brought the district neighborhood captains program toward North Long Beach as a way to get involved. It really was a grassroots style community organizing model of getting your everyday people involved and providing the leadership training, the resources and the information to empower us and take a lead in our own neighborhoods.
Developing a great communication infrastructure for Councilmember Neal's office was one of the key things to make sure that our communication was effective, it was important, and that we had the right information that was in there so residents could know what was going on. We started out with our own newsletter, and we wanted to make sure that every Monday, the Inside District 9 e-newsletter always came out.
Began with just a few hundred people. We put it out weekly to give them information and keep them engaged. Now we have over 4,000 subscribers to this newsletter. It's the only weekly newsletter in the city. When I knew that Councilmember Neal's community empowerment model was working was when the city conducted its redistricting process. We brought the residents to the table and they drew the lines for us. And once our residents had consensus, it was easy for Councilmember Neal to go to City Council and advocate what the residents wanted.
It seemed like for something to be successful, you had to involve a lot of people in the community. And the way they went about it was promoting the neighborhood associations and trying to make them grow. On the planning part of it, they were open to suggestions. They were open to trying new things.
The Healthy Snack and Vending Policy is something that Councilmember Neal sponsored a couple of years ago, and it's impacted the different meetings and events that children, youth would be at. It's allowed us to show kids how to eat healthfully in a fun way.
I wanted to do a little bit more than just provide healthy food and alternatives, fruits and vegetables. I wanted to actually incorporate the farmers markets into the community and the community into the markets and have it be more of a civic center where people can come together, get to know one another, socialize, and at the same time have healthy food alternatives.
Jobs and employment have been at the top of the councilman's agenda from day one. The summit is a rare and special opportunity to bring job seekers, employers, and other community members together to talk about the economic health of Long Beach in a very personal way. So someone can show up at 8 in the morning and they walk away at the end of the afternoon not just knowing where to look for a job, but with a better understanding about the economy of Long Beach and how they can do their part to help that grow.
The last 4 years for CIF have allowed us to sort of see growth and development and to drain, and for us to see things that have started transition to completion.
Steve Neal has brought the Latin Jazz Festival here to Houghton Park. It's recently had its third fest, and it's brought the community together so we can celebrate with one another in a positive light.
It's one of those things that were conceived here, and this is our third year, so I think it will become an institution for North Long Beach.
When it comes to trying to get important information out, we only have so many tools, and really word of mouth is probably still the most important medium. If there's an issue that's directly affecting our community, the district captains are there to get the word out, knock on people's doors. For our particular neighborhood, the program that's really improving our quality of life is really that liquor store modernization program.
The study to assess the liquor stores in North Long Beach was a tremendous opportunity for me, in that I felt it was a very worthwhile assessment of businesses in our area that has a potential of impacting us both positively and negatively.
Councilmember Neal and his staff were instrumental in forming the Coalition for a Healthy North Long Beach a couple of years ago. When the North Long Beach Hill Zone initiative started, it's brought in $1 million to the areas around Jordan High School, King Elementary School, and Hamilton Middle School, and is focused on obesity prevention.
Rex and Steve approached me a couple years back and wanted to figure out how to revitalize North Long Beach after the redevelopment agencies have gone away, and these two guys wouldn't stop. They decided that they can do this without the state legislation, and went ahead and figured out how to form the Uptown PBID.
The Uptown Property and Business Improvement District originated as a result of a public-private partnership between the city and the property owners in the North Long Beach area.
It's really about giving the power back to the merchants, giving the power back to the property owners out there in the North Long Beach corridor in Atlantic.
Councilmember Neal kept infrastructure top priority, and our biggest infrastructure need was the Houghton Park Community Center. This is the only regional park in our area, and it services over 100,000 residents in North Long Beach. So we're very proud to have won $3 million in the last budget.
The recent addition of the dog park to our community has been a fantastic thing. It's no longer a scary place to be when the sun sets. You know, it feels safer, more secure, and it's definitely done a lot to clean up the whole park in general.
In order for us to transform this neighborhood from what it is to what we want it to be, it's not going to take just the council district. It's not going to take the senator's office or the congresswoman's office. It takes the people that live within the district to make the district better.
What we have now is a residency who's seen the potential of what can happen when we work together and really have a thirst for more.
We almost wanted to break away from the rest of the city because we were so neglected, but now we're getting recognized as part of the city more and more.
Because no matter how much money you pour into a community, no matter how much construction activity you bring, how many trees you plant, if you really don't have a community, you don't really have much.
Steve has accomplished a multitude of projects that we thought were not going to happen.
Community involvement has become very active in the North Long Beach 9th District.
When we talk to the people, they know that their district is well represented. Steve Neal has really raised the bar with them.
He's accessible. You can reach him. He's not hiding behind some veil of political shield.
Councilmember Neal was very instrumental, innovative.
I've been really grateful to Steve Neal's leadership in the 9th District. Really appreciative of him bringing together a real grassroots approach of empowering, educating, advocating, and bringing together all the resources available to us to make our community such a better place to live.
They came out and expressed a desire to have this area to become very, very popular and a place that we could all be proud of.
The vision of Steve Neal and the rest of the team in North Long Beach is to try to figure out how to make North Long Beach, make it a destination like it once was. Really revitalize it, rejuvenate it, give it life, make it the heart of Long Beach like it can be.
Things now are a lot easier than they were because we have become used to the process and we know where to go and whom to ask, and we're just excited about the things that we've accomplished, and we're excited about the next steps.
Steve, I've been really been honored to know you and been honored to stand by you these past few years.